And this is new at 10. Idaho's Peace Officer Standards and Training, also known as POST, oversees police training and standards for the state. And on Thursday, they sent a memo to police chiefs across the state that POST would be canceling 3 academies in 2023. News Channel 7's Jude Binkley has been reaching out to police departments across the state today to get reaction. Jude, what'd you find out?
Well, sure, new police officers are required to go through academy training within their first year in the force. POST is the accrediting body for training standards in Idaho, approving law enforcement academies like Boise's Police Academy. But POST also runs its own academy where most smaller agencies send their new officers. I spoke with several departments today that say they're not happy about these cancellations. POST is canceling 3 basic academies next year. The Patrol Academy, scheduled for January through April, the Adult Detention Academy in February and March, and the Emergency Communications Academy in April. In an email sent to police chiefs around Idaho on Thursday, POST said the cancellations were because of heightened inflation and increasing costs. The email said costs have increased so much that they are rapidly exceeding both our appropriation and revenue for fiscal year 2023. Meal costs up 90%, overflow lodging expenses up 33%, and other increases across the board place POST in the unenviable position of needing to immediately cut costs to remain fiscally solvent. I can assure you that we are not acting rashly, and we are working very closely with the Department of Financial Management on ways to get through the current fiscal year along with fiscal year 2024. This comes after the legislature passed a bill this year that adds $800,000 a year from the state's annual liquor fund into POST's dedicated fund. KTVB reached out to several law enforcement agencies across the state that received these cancellation notices. Some of the agencies expressed frustration with the cutbacks. One department I spoke with had a new officer scheduled for training in January, and now they have to wait until May. Another department said it's tough to put officers in the field when they haven't gone through training. I also spoke with 2 agencies who say they won't be affected. One of them trains through a separate accredited academy, and another department says they won't be affected because they don't have any new officers. But when they do, they try and get officers through training during slower times like the winter. Now, while smaller agencies express their frustration with POST canceling these academies, this will also affect larger police departments. A chief at a smaller department told me he was calling Boise and Meridian to see if he could have officers train at their academies, which could put a strain on resources. There's a few police chiefs who said they'll be giving us a call on Monday, so we'll continue to have further coverage with their reactions next week.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see their reactions when those interviews come on Monday. All right, thanks, Jude.